Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 3 of the RedForce podcast. I'm your host, Eric Talato. Joining me today is my co-host, Christian Talato.
Yes, we are brothers, for anyone wondering.
Twin brothers, not friends. Today's episode, we got jam-packed full of content.
All the content.
All that spicy content you're looking for. We got a chapter summary of 891.
801, yeah.
How strong is Shanks, of
Of
course. We got the topic of the show. Do you want to reveal that now or maybe later?
2018 hopes and dreams.
2018 hopes and dreams, Christian. Everyone's talking about this in the community at the moment.
That's what we want to know. What are our hopes and
And
dreams?
World's Worst Theory,
And the power scale.
Power Scale, Covenant Power Scale, the only power scale, ladies and gentlemen.
That's accurate.
I mean, that really matters if you think about it. But before we get into that, Christian, how has your One Piece week been in the community? Oro Jackson's live again.
We're back.
Yep.
Back into the swing of things. Everyone's back from holiday. Everyone's back. They're salty.
New Year, same community.
Yeah, yes. The Oro Jackson salt mines.
Yep.
It's so salty in there.
So
you
very
just
salty.
die. You just die of salt.
Right.
Yeah, so back to the swing of things, really. A lot of complaints, a lot of people defending.
Yep.
The classic battle of the Oro Jackson waiting room.
Right.
The classic battle. Alright, so then what else happened? Crunchyroll, after last week's complaints, fixed their shit.
Fix their issue now,
They fixed
Christian.
their issue.
People might be upset, but I think they found a pretty good solution.
You want Dragon Ball Super, you gotta pay for that shit.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's premium content.
I mean, so many people watch it.
That's it.
They crash the site, they have to do something about it.
Yep. So you're
Now
happy?
I can watch One Piece on time.
Are you happy this week?
I'm happy this week.
Now, Christian, what happened this week in the anime?
In the One Piece anime,
Yeah.
a bunch of filler.
Bunch of filler.
Luffy fights one of the Cream Brothers.
Green Brothers.
Eric's so hyped about the Cream Brothers for some reason.
That's it. Put up a good show.
Yeah,
Sorta.
it was alright.
Luffy kind of like struggling a little bit too hard, but
Yeah, why is that guy so fast? It's so weird.
pacing, interesting. Anything interesting on the community side? Any?
Oh, the Reverie Part 3 happened.
Yeah.
That sure did happen. These Reverie streams, man. I don't know what they're for anymore.
They go a long time. And if any of the community members are watching, get us on there. Get me on there. Don't get Christian on there. He'll lose his mind.
I just can't handle people talking over me,
Yeah.
so I'll actually lose it.
Yeah. So, Reverie pretty good. Good discussion. Some weird stuff going on.
Shoutouts to the King U of Lightning.
Held it pretty well. Held the court.
Have the court supporting the podcast.
That's it.
Love that. Love to see it.
Speaking of support, we've seen a few upticks in viewership, comments. We appreciate it. Everyone's liking our podcast. If you're interested in the podcast, let people know about it. Just
Share it around.
just tell people about it.
We have the knowledge. We want people to see the knowledge.
We're pretty low key here for One Piece community standards. We're not screaming over each other. We're doing it the way we want to do it.
That's right.
Taking pot shots without any competition. That's how it is.
What are we gonna do?
So anyway, Christian, your week's been alright in the One Piece community. Anything else you
wanna-
want to talk about?
I just want to talk about the main topics of the Reverie stream.
All right.
So I've got them written down here. So there was a lot of complaints about Whole Cake Island, the
Yeah.
arc itself. Now, from the main things I could get from it
Yeah.
was that people are upset about plot points that were dropped.
Okay.
And I can get, that's a fair criticism of the arc. I'm not
Yeah.
going to deny that.
Yeah.
So, like, the Sanji handcuff thing. What else? Like, the Vince Smoke's not really doing much.
Well, there's a lot of plot points that still need to be wrapped up.
Yeah, the arc's not over yet.
I think we need to talk about the arc after it's done. We already did a little bit of a discussion beforehand. Just off your top of your head, what are you looking? What do you think's gonna get wrapped up, or what do you think's for the future? Because we were talking about this yesterday, and we've been saying this for a little bit, just between us two. It's Oda's treating this new world as a saga.
big arc.
rather than
Everything
separate
connects.
individual arcs.
Everything connects.
I'd imagine a few plot points would carry over to Wano and Reverie,
Yeah.
which we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, if you want to look at the Reverie Part 3, go to King of Lightning's channel. You can check that out. I believe Roger's Base had the other two.
Oh, what do you think about the people in the Reverie stream estimating 25 more chapters for this arc?
25 more chapters for this arc. They're ambitious.
It could happen.
For me, didn't I predict 894?
That's 3 chapters away.
It's 3 chapters away. Now, based on this chapter, I don't know what's going on with 25 chapters. It seems like a birdcage situation where we're almost at the King Kong gun. I'd imagine this arc...
Yeah, but that would... Big Mom's not even... that's for Katakuri, right?
Yeah, and that's the villain of this arc.
Yeah, but Big Mom still has to be dealt with.
Like the cake.
Yeah, but the Vince arcs... It could happen. 24 more chapters.
If Oda wants to wrap up everything in a nice little bow in Whole Cake, he'll... I don't know, 20 chapters, sure. If we want to carry some of these plot points onwards to Wano, I'd imagine Capone and Vince Smokes are going to be around for a little bit.
Guess what 25 chapters means, Eric?
What?
Sanji fight.
Sanji's not getting a fight. I think it's
if we get 25 more chapters...
I think it's pretty clear
25 more chapters, give me a Sanji fight.
Anyway, we're like 7 minutes in, we haven't got into anything.
Well, a lot of community stuff happened this week.
So, basically, just wrap up what you think... What are your goals for the community as a whole in 2018? Because we've started.
Okay.
We're on the scene.
What I want to see from people is just a general just calming down.
Yeah.
Alright, I think people are at the arc fatigue of Whole Cake right now. And there's a lot of hyperbole being thrown out. Like, this is the worst arc ever. Katakuri versus Luffy is the worst fight ever.
There's a lot of spice going on.
A lot of hyperbole.
A lot of hot take.
And there's no... Hyperbole is kind of useless.
Right.
What am I supposed to do with hyperbole? If you want to say things like, this arc is the worst arc in One Piece, that's crazy.
Now, it seems like there's two sides of the fence in the community. The community that thinks... I'm going to put it down to two things. It's, I want high fights, and I want what One Piece is about. Is that fair?
That's fair. It's a battle shonen.
Yeah. What I mean by I want people that think I want what One Piece is. I'm saying an adventure pulp thing, not a action DBZ thing. I understand that it's a shonen, and like
the fights need to happen.
The fights need to happen, and they need to be entertaining. And I've said this for a little bit, like the constant cutting does wreck the pace a bit, but they always deliver at the end of the hype. Like there's always a hype thing that Luffy gains from these fights.
People gotta remember the ending. They're not gonna remember all the shit in between.
Yeah, and I was saying this a few weeks ago.
We were saying about Skypiea.
Yeah, we said this about Skypiea. Everyone remembers the hype, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what will be on YouTube forever. No one actually goes back and rereads the volumes. It's a big money investment as well, going back and rereading the volumes.
This cost me a fortune. Right?
Yeah, and we got that on. We got that on hand to deliver you the correct information.
70 volumes, mate. Do the maths.
Now we understand that there's a break next week.
Yes, we're talking about.
We announced last week both sides of the Shibondi archipelago will be reading pre and post.
Okay, yeah, we'll do both
to get information on Rayleigh and Roger as much as possible.
Pirate King, yeah.
Also to understand the implications of what that arc means. A lot of people remember things.
Alright, that's for next week, right?
We'll get to it next week. Anything else on the community?
I just want to see less hyperbole this year.
Yeah. Now, we're here talking in broad terms a lot of the time.
There's a lot of places where One Piece discussion happens, right? I just want to see less hyperbole. I just want to see fair assessments of things happening.
It's not trash, but it's not godlike. It's somewhere in the middle, and
yes, that's where the discussion is.
It's only gonna be when we accept that One Piece is pretty good, but there's flaws and
there's flaws. I'm not gonna deny there's not flaws.
There's flaws in the story, but we gotta understand that this is almost 900 chapters long. People are getting upset
when you say this arc is the worst arc ever. You just trigger people, and you can't get your words across,
and they get upset, and it's like.
Let's just get into
You want to get in
going too long.
You want to move into the chapter discussion?
Let's move in.
All right. Yeah. All right, Christian. Chapter 891. Give us the title.
They believe in me.
They believe in me. Now this is mimicking the panel of Luffy and Sanji. But we'll get to that. What do we start with?
We start with Stussy and the gang
Yep.
talking very, very big implications for the future of the story, right?
Right.
Stussy tells the Big Mom pirates
Yep.
that the Tomate barcode box blew up the chateau.
Now, what implications are you talking about in regards to this revelation?
This could be what everyone is thinking about, right?
Yep.
The Straw Hats are going to get away for now, but Big Mom's going to chase after them eventually.
She's gonna find out.
She's going to
as it
come
were.
to after the cake, after
Right.
that thing, whatever it is. So she's going to be like, Straw Hat did this to me. Let's go after him. And then she turns up in the final war.
She turns up in the final war for revenge or whatever.
Just to have a grudge against Luffy.
Eh.
Or Elbaf.
Yeah.
She finds out that they're there. She takes the opportunity.
It's interesting that Big News now knows about this, and it could be set up in the paper as a full conspiracy against Big Mom.
And he wants to see the end of the Katakuri versus Luffy fight.
And he also is very interested in Luffy now. It's almost like he's pulling for Luffy.
He wants that big scoop, man. That
Yeah.
scoop's huge. Imagine Katakuri gets defeated by Luffy.
What implications does this news getting out have on the Straw Hat crew?
It just makes the Straw Hats on the map for the New World.
Right, because they're sort of on the map for Mingo, but
This puts them in direct conversation for the Reverie.
this puts them also in like the Yonko need to look at them now because they've done
Now
stuff.
they're a serious threat.
They've done stuff to the other Yonko.
They're a serious threat through the
I'd
Empress.
imagine Kaido would be like, yeah, big whoop.
Yeah, Kaido's just
Supernovas.
like...
Alright,
Kaido's
mate.
just all about strength and power.
Now,
Maybe Blackbeard, we get a scene with Blackbeard being like...
we might get
Luffy's
into
here.
this a little bit with 2018 hopes and dreams, but
Yeah, well, definitely into it.
do we think that we'll get newspaper, post-arc, everyone looking at it, we've got Shanks and Blackbeard, or do you think that's just a little bit later on, Oda keeps on teasing us that Blackbeard
We should see
revelation?
Blackbeard. I reckon we should see Blackbeard because of the 2-arc rule.
Yeah.
But we'll save it for 2018 discussions.
Do we want to explain the 2-arc rule that our
Alright,
theory
2-arc
comes
rule.
in?
Oda, after the post-arc of every arc,
Yeah.
Oda introduces something that gets
a
brought
thread.
up 2 arcs later.
Yeah, a plot thread that gets brought up 2 arcs later. Do you want to give us an example of Dressrosa into Whole Cake?
So after Fishman Island,
Yeah.
we got Big Mom,
Yep.
then Dressrosa happened, then Zoe happened, and now we're in Whole Cake Island.
Right. And what do we get after Dressrosa that should lead into Wano?
We got Kaido appeared,
Yep.
so Zoe, Whole Cake,
Kaido.
Wano. Yeah.
And we also got Whitebeard Jr. or
Yeah.
Weevil.
I mean, the
Okay.
rule's not set in stone, it's just what happens.
Yeah, that's kind of our theory of what's going on.
Alright, moving on, alright? After the Stussy, big implications for the story,
Yeah.
we go into the Mirror World, and we get introduced to everyone's favourite character.
Are you talking about the new favorite character?
The new favourite character, Flampe.
Flambe.
Alright. Now, a lot of weird things happened.
I don't want to talk about.
Alright, no, we have to talk about it. Because I think it's a mistake. Oda made her 15 years old.
Yep.
And she's the 33rd daughter.
Okay.
I believe Pudding is the 36th daughter.
Yeah.
That makes Pudding
Maximum, rather.
maximum 15.
Now,
If there's like triplets, but they can't be because of the third eye, which brings up a whole bunch of stuff. But
I agree that Oda made a mistake on this.
it has to be a mistake. There's no way Pudding's design is above puberty.
Right, but Rebecca is 16.
Yeah, but you look at front, but like there's Oda does that thing where it's like you're either a kid or you're an adult.
Yeah.
So if you look at Flampe's design, she clearly doesn't look like an adult.
Yeah. And I think that's similar in like all Japanese culture. You're either a child or an adult. Like,
Yeah.
to give another example, Kid Gohan is like, I mean, Gohan that beats Cell is 11.
Yeah.
And adult Gohan is 16.
Yeah.
So
So like the definition of adult in Japan is different, obviously.
yeah.
And I'm not gonna get into the weird stuff people want to bring up. I'm not gonna get into it because it's weird.
Yeah, we think it's a mistake.
I think it's a mistake personally.
Yeah.
That's gonna get resolved in the volumes. I don't know how.
Or an SBS or something.
Yeah, it'll get resolved.
when it gets reprinted or on the wiki or something like that.
He'll resolve it in the volume.
Yeah.
So
Next.
that's that. No, I want to talk about the Oda trolling.
Oda trolling.
Oda is clearly trolling the Katakuri fanboys.
Christian loves it.
Oh, it's glorious. Frank Pay's like, if Katakuri loses, or I'm gonna be disappointed. Katakuri always has to be perfect.
Yeah.
This just mirrors the Katakuri fanboyism.
I mean, the other side of the fence to us.
Yeah, we're Straw Hat.
We
love
live,
Straw Hats.
Christian, we live in reality.
Yeah, Luffy's the main character. Katakuri's not the main character.
I mean, we also can see the Katakuri fight. I'm not that impressed with Katakuri. I mean, he's impressive, but
He's pretty impressive.
people are saying superior in every regard to Luffy.
Okay, no, that is wrong. Categorically wrong. Because Gear 4 destroys Katakuri, except for Observation Haki.
I'm gonna say Luffy has probably superior everything in Gear 4 except for
Observation.
Except for Observation, and Observation is Katakuri's main deal.
But if Luffy trumps that Observation, that means Luffy's stronger in every way in Gear 4.
Yeah, and the thing is, I just want to calm you down a little bit.
Alright.
Because you're going to pick the mics again.
Well, I've been deep in the salt mines all week, alright? And I'm raring to go about this.
You're getting upset because you're reading Oro Jackson, which I don't recommend you do.
The salt mines.
And you're watching the Reverie, you're getting upset.
Just frustrating, you know?
You know, this category talk is interesting for many reasons, and I think we'll do a full recap of the fight. Play by play after it's completed.
Should be a couple weeks.
Pointing out all the things that you should have seen.
And that we did see.
And that we did see. But, yeah, do you want to talk about the fight? Because this chapter, Christian probably called it the most last week, that he was after a Luffy v Katakuri round 3. Now, Luffy is absolutely cooked in this fight.
He's getting cooked.
And I think that's his goal, to get cooked.
He's trying to learn. And I think this arc is a Luffy learning experience as well as a crew learning experience. I find it very interesting that Katakuri can't do the final blow.
Yeah,
That's very interesting.
Flambe, or whatever her name is, stated that Luffy's taken multiple blows that should have killed him. Yeah. Fatal blows. And he's still standing, which just gives, like, Luffy... People forget that Luffy's is
durability feats, crazy.
Very durable, ladies and gentlemen.
His durability feats right here.
He's a rubber man.
How many hours have you been fighting for now?
Ooh, a lot.
3 in the round 3?
Yeah, this is probably around the third hour in
3.5 hours?
3.5 hours. You're just getting pummeled.
Just getting absolutely pummeled by Haki fists.
And if Katakuri could finish him, he would. But he can't.
There's a debate there because he says, well, I want the light in your eyes go out. So maybe he's trying to break his will.
Yeah. But maybe. I don't know. I think Katakuri is an interesting character in regards that he's a villain, but he's also honorable. Like,
yeah, he's not a bad guy, really.
He's not a bad guy. And you think about it, he's kind of in the right. Like, the Straw Hats are messing around with his family. So, he's a good character. He's got good feats. I'm not impressed with his physical durability. He's bleeding from base Luffy attacks, as we saw when he got upset.
Well, I think this is what original One Piece was like, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't care what Oda says, Katakuri is clearly a Logia.
Right.
It's only semantics that doesn't make him a Logia.
Yeah.
So, attacks go right through him, right?
Yeah.
So, what Oda originally did with Logia was, you used to not getting hit, right? Yeah. So with Ace in the Blackbeard fight, Ace lost that fight because Blackbeard took away his Logia.
Yeah.
And they're not used to being hit.
Yeah.
So they have like a low durability.
I also recall Katakuri remembering when was the last time I got hit.
I got hit, yeah.
So just keep that in mind that
that's a weakness of a Logia, right?
That's the weakness of all characters that dodge.
Like we were talking about last week with Fernell, right?
Yeah. He got killed by an impact dial, and apparently no one forgets. Everyone remembers that he can jack his heart up to revive himself, but no one remembers how that happened.
Like, in general, Logias have low durability because they never get hit.
Yeah, Luffy's getting pummeled constantly. That's the story of Luffy.
Luffy's got a natural advantage when it comes to blunt force, but there's Haki involved.
I think just his family in general is just absolute tanks.
They're hard heads.
Look at Garp. I mean, we don't know much about Dragon, but Garp's a bloody tank.
Yeah.
So think about that.
So Luffy's very durable. This shows this.
Yeah.
In New World feats.
And his will is even
It's
higher.
unbreakable. We can't
It's
break
an
Luffy's
unbreakable will.
Come on, you can't break
And we
Luffy's
saw his durability in Rob Luch.
And now we're getting New World durability. This is a whole nother level
Yeah.
of durability.
People say that, like, if Luffy beats Katakuri with a one hit or whatever, with a King gone, it's kind of bullshit.
I'll be disappointed with that. Because I want a Gear 4 Onslaught and then a new final
and then
attack.
to finish. This is the thing, right? Remember Rob Lucci when he absolutely got cooked multiple times and he was bleeding everywhere? He
got up every time, yeah.
He got up and did the Jet Gatling rage mode.
I mean, the Usopp friendship power up was there.
It's not a friendship power, but it's more like get up. He didn't unlock anything new. And he got destroyed after that and still moved around. He got Raikugan and then kept going.
He got back up again.
I wouldn't call it a friendship power, but like my point is, everyone loves that fight for that specific moment, and I'm pretty sure that moment's gonna happen here. He's gonna
get pummeled.
He's gonna absolutely be brutalized.
That can't happen
to no end. It can because he hasn't been. He's gonna use the Gear 4. Yeah, I'm imagining he hasn't used any armament at all.
He has. He used it. He's used it in his Gear 3 punch. He did.
Yeah, he did. But you know, how long has it been since he used Gear 4? A long time now.
Yeah, his Gear 4.
His Gear 4's ready to go, and he doesn't need that much time in Gear 4 to beat Katakuri.
I want a Gear 4 Onslaught.
Yeah.
And then a big final new attack.
Right.
And then I'll be satisfied with this fight. 100% completely satisfied.
You just want to go...
It's a crocodile situation.
Yeah.
This is round 3. Luffy's learned his weaknesses and his strengths.
He's just got that little bit more to go to understand how to beat him.
It makes perfect sense to me. Alright, after the fight, we get the cake. Cake's finally done.
Do you want to talk a little bit about more of Katakuri's abilities that we've seen? He's got like the small donuts.
the mini donuts?
Yeah. Kind of like a Gatling going on with the block mochi.
I love... Like, I can't wait to see this animated. Because it's going to look really cool. Like, Katakuri using attacks this way.
Yeah.
He sort of dodges, kicks another way. His fighting style is really good. I love his fighting style.
I'm going to be excited for the next One Piece fighting game where, like, Katakuri's involved.
Hopefully Arc System Works does it. You know what I mean?
I doubt it.
One Piece Fighter Z.
We'll probably get, like, an average, like, Burning Blood 2 or whatever.
No, One Piece Fighter Z, and then Dragon Ball versus One Piece.
I mean, it'd be hype. I don't know about One Piece in the West compared to Dragon Ball, but...
Who cares, man? Just do it.
You know, it'll be hype. Anyway, good stuff from Katakuri. He's not fresh. He's a little bit sweaty, a little bit bloody.
Oh, the blood's
scuffed.
still
He's
there.
scuffed.
He's scuffed up.
But I would imagine he's almost top. Moving on to probably...
The cake?
The cake.
Cake's finally done. I don't understand people having pacing problems.
Yeah, the
Cake's done. We got like 3 chapters on this cake.
Yeah, the cake is almost an exact mirror of the wedding cake, which is to be expected, I guess.
Yeah, they had to make it, or else Big Mom's gonna be like, "This isn't the cake."
Just one more thing on pacing. You pointed out that you want to see Katakuri in the anime. I'm worried that it's gonna be...
You're gonna drag it out.
Because we know that the One Piece anime goes in ebbs and flows in quality. I'd imagine the quality is gonna dip sort of in the middle and pick up at the end.
I imagine they bring out the big guns for this fight.
I mean, not all of it.
Dude, once Katakuri gets announced in the anime, all the marketing material is just gonna be Katakuri.
Yeah, because I was talking to this, just a minor note, I was talking to Christian about this before. Like, all the marketing material for everything One Piece has been in Dressrosa, never really moved on to Zoro.
No.
And it's finally moved into Whole Cake. Yeah.
So I think this Katakuri fight in the anime is going to be really cool.
It's going to be big for toys. It's going to be big for everything.
Yeah, the marketing push on this is going to be huge. Yeah. I imagine we're going to get another thing like they did with Sanji's. Sanji versus Luffy. They're going to get a special... I imagine something like that. But that's like 2 years away. So, the cake's finally done.
Yep.
That's finished. Finally.
Capone's men talk about...
I wasn't expecting it this soon, to be honest.
Yeah. Capone's men talk about how we don't need poison because it's so good.
They're on board. They're 100% on board.
Everyone's on board with his cake. And again, I just love Capone.
Capone's a great character.
You know, I want to see him around. I don't want to see him leave. I want to see him stick around.
Surely he's coming to Wano, baby.
Surely he's like, I like this straw hat.
Every character... It's going to be like the Seinfeld ending.
I mean, according to Christian, every single character in One Piece is going to be in Wano.
It's going to be like the ending of Seinfeld.
So
like, everyone turns up.
I mean, no one likes that, but... no one likes that episode in particular.
It's not a great episode, but...
So, Big Mom notices. We cut to Big Mom on a ridiculously big Prometheus, and Christian's done a little bit of math. We'll get to that in a minute.
Stats.
Chopper's in Monster Point.
I love Chopper's speech here, man. He's finally manning up in the new world.
Yeah, he's... Chopper and Brooke are weird in that they're, like, cowardly, but they go into battle anyway.
It's like if Zoro's here, if Zoro and Sanji's here, we're just gonna act cowardly. But if we're the only muscle here, we're gonna have to step up.
They act cowardly, but they're like, we're gonna go into battle. Usopp is, like, still on that, I'm gonna stay far, far back.
I think if you look at it, right, if Sanji and Zoro are there,
Yeah.
Brooke and Chopper always freak out.
Yeah.
But they're not here, so they have to man up. And
I mean, they're next in line in the
crew scheme, yeah. So Chopper, I love that speech, showing that he's
ready to go.
He's ready to go.
He's ready to go for his captain.
He's ready to sacrifice himself for the good of the crew.
I'd love it if just Chopper stayed perpetually in Monster Point.
Surely that's his big power up. That's got to be his final power up, right?
Surely, because
and Arm and Haki on
where's the Monster Point put him on the crew? Somewhere in the Brooke and Frankie range.
Yeah. That's his strongest form, yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty good. So yeah, Jinbei remarks that water won't do anything to this fireball, it's so massive.
All right.
And I was kind of, I'm not going to claim that I was right, but like, it's hype. The tactors won't go off, obviously.
No, because Big Mom smells
Big Mom smells of cake, but...
Are we going to get into the numbers?
Sure.
Alright, according to my calculations, right, Big Mom is around 11 meters tall.
Okay.
The way I calculated this
Yep.
is from when Big Mom holds Brooke.
Right.
And you can kind of calculate her height.
Yeah.
It's not especially accurate, but it's the most accurate I can be.
I mean, when we're talking about Big Mom being on model, there's a few issues, but
yeah.
We'll go on.
So, that's about as high as a 2-story building. That's how big Big Mom is.
Yep.
And now, so she's 11 meters tall. She's on Prometheus, right? And 16 Big Mums fit in that Prometheus.
Okay.
So that calculates to Prometheus being 176 meters in diameter.
Right.
Now we plug this into a volume calculation for a sphere.
Yep.
I assume Prometheus is a sphere, right?
Yep.
And that is 3 million cubic meters of fire.
Impressive.
Impressive. Big Mom. Oh, apparently Big Mom's not that impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy. She's not even a fire Logia. And you can pull this off.
I want to talk about this chapter and how it's kind of just like...
People are at the wit's end with this arc.
Yeah, it's kind of like the problem people have with this arc. They want to have the answers now, and it's not time for answers.
I think people are, after last week, I think this chapter, people are at the breaking point. Because if you look at everything that happened, there's some things to talk about, there's some hype, there's some interesting things with Katakuri and Luffy. Luffy finally gets a little bit of future sight. The cake's done. I can't believe people aren't excited that the cake's done.
Yeah.
That's a big plot point.
That's a big plot ticked off the list.
And people are complaining about pacing.
I think the issue is that, you know, we got Flambe, whatever her name is, and everyone's like, why is she here? That's
She's
just
a
a waste.
character.
It's just a waste of 2 pages. Like,
It's a pretty good roast, though.
Keep on going. Yeah, but no one
understood that it was a roast.
No one understood the roast.
Like, it's a roast to people.
Like, Oda, like, looks around the internet.
Yeah, he's the guys that draw the backgrounds for him apparently look on the internet. They look at these kind of forums and stuff.
And YouTube.
They know what's happening.
Yeah.
Don't act like they don't know what's happening. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so clearly a roast. I thought it was pretty funny, entertaining.
You know, this chapter was good action, good fast pace, but I find myself just saying, yeah.
You're on the boat, yeah. It's I'm telling you, it's arc fatigue.
It's expected. Like, did we gain anything new from this arc, this chapter? I mean, we got a few things moving. We're moving nicely. We're just moving to the end. Like, we're not at that point where everything just starts to spike. We're almost there. We're a chapter away from everything going absolutely insane. And that anticipation, I think, people have dwindled. They're like, all right, let's just wrap this up.
Yeah, it's classic arc fatigue.
Christian's always talking about Wano.
And Reverie.
And we'll get to that in a minute.
Soon.
But
Not in a minute, but soon.
I don't know how to tackle this, and I probably have to like write
what do
down
you want? What
a
do you
few
wanna tackle?
notes
What
and
do you wanna
things.
tackle?
But like, I want to talk about just the manga community in general, maybe the anime community in general, because it's a weird group of people that
What do you mean? So what?
'cause
There's different camps.
there's different camps, allegiances.
It's kind of like a political thing, right? It's weird.
Very much so. There's always these dick measuring contests going on. You know, it's always like when you're talking about One Piece, someone brings up another series and they're like, "Oh, but this is better." It's like, well, you're in a Discord of a One Piece YouTuber, and you're talking about different series and how they're better. I don't know. I'm gonna have to write maybe
I
next
just think
week.
people don't know how to argue properly. They don't know how to structure an argument that's logical. It doesn't just devolve into power scaling debates.
I think we have a unique kind of look at this whole thing because we're artists ourselves and we understand what's
Yeah.
going on.
You have to analyze the story within the context
This
of the
man
story.
writes an entire manga in a week, draws
It's
it,
great. I don't understand.
plans for the future. It's ridiculous.
And
Like,
he's got a whole. I mean, okay, people are gonna say that we like Oda too much and we don't criticize him, but I'll fully admit
I talked ad nauseum last week that
there's
Skypiea is actually like an average arc and everyone loves it a bit too much.
I'll gladly admit that. Yeah, sure, there are drop plot points in Whole Cake Island that would have been cool to see more of.
Yeah.
And
It's not over yet.
maybe they were red herrings. You know, maybe they were just there for a plot device to make you feel tense.
I'm gonna put my neck on the line here. If you think Whole Cake is going over 900, there's gonna be a rude wake up call. Because it's gonna end at almost 900.
It could,
Probably
man.
899, moving into 900 something big.
It
Because
could.
some people are theorizing that Oda's stretching this out to get to 900, such as 800 was, where we got the like 2 chapters of like nothing happening after Dressrosa, which is weird.
I mean, we got Zabo's flashback. That's not nothing.
I mean, we got 2 chapters of Luffy like picking up Rebecca.
That was clear.
real-
That was pretty clear.
real
I don't
weird.
know if this is clear.
900's bigger than 800.
By
I mean, a
virtue that it's a bigger
thousand's
number.
gonna be ridiculous. We're gonna be in the middle of fucking Wano when we get that 1,000. I don't know
Or
what's
we,
gonna
or we
do
might
there.
land in 1,000. You don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, we don't know. I think the biggest problem is the uncertainty in the community. We don't know what's happening anymore.
Here's my theory, right? So a lot of people got on the One Piece train after the time skip.
Yeah.
So they read all the arcs of the pre-time skip, one after the other,
Yeah.
bang, 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 bang. So
Or
they
watched
didn't have to deal
it week to
with
week.
week-to-week pacing.
Yeah.
You're gonna have slow moments. You're gonna have build up. You can't have a good payoff without any build up.
Yeah, and people also talking about older series and saying this is better than that and so forth. You're not dealing week to week, which is huge.
And you're not dealing with this unprecedented, massive, interweaving, interconnecting story that no one else has done.
It's and probably the longest of this kind of genre going on.
Yeah, like no one's done what Oda's done. Made a massive universe that interweaves with each other that's been going on for 20 years. There's a lot of things to bring up, a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah, when we're still doing this in 10 years, I'd imagine the narrative on Whole Cake Island would be it was hype.
I think it's the best arc in the New World right now.
It is pretty good.
I'm ready to say that.
People want to say just
Zo.
Zoe for information.
Zo's not a real arc.
It's weird. People forget that, there was like 5 chapters in the front of like nothing happening.
Oh, yeah, I remember like people being super upset that Sanji being missing was the cliffhanger for like 5 chapters.
Yeah. So
And people were upset.
I think the message from
And Conjurer and Kinemon getting knocked off the elephant at the time, people were upset about that,
Really
but they didn't
weird.
realize what the payoff was.
then it all paid off and it was a really good payoff.
You can't have build up without payoff.
I don't
Or vice versa.
Oda's good at paying off things that
mean,
been
this-
set up. So
This ending should be a good payoff.
everyone needs to relax a little bit. We haven't talked nearly anything about the chapter.
What do you mean we talked about it?
It just based on it's a simple chapter, not much to
It's
say.
a simple moving pieces around chapter.
Yeah.
These kind of things need to happen.
It's just moving people
It's the nature of the
around.
beast.
And that's how it's going to be probably next week as well.
Um,
I'd imagine if we
get
don't...
into predictions?
It's it,
Predictions?
I just want to... Just give me a number for this chapter. Christian, what would you throw out?
Out of 10.
You gave last week a 9 or an 8 or something,
Did
I
I?
believe. I think you gave it a 9.
I gave it an 8. We gave it an 8.
We gave Skypiea an 8. Whatever. Just,
I don't think we ranked it, but
Yeah.
this chapter out of 10, I don't know, like a 6.
Yeah,
It has things happen.
I'd say the 6, 7 around there. Things happened. It's not amazing. We've seen kind of all this stuff before. You know what have made it better? A page of like Rayleigh flashback instead of Flambe even existing.
I think if Flambe wasn't there, we'd just get more.
Everyone's
Katakuri
excited
punches.
when you see Rayleigh. Just
We already saw it.
I mean, but just everyone gets just so excited when you see Rayleigh. It doesn't
Yeah,
even matter.
I
It
know.
gets
I
an
know
extra
people
point
get excited.
if just when you see it.
Want to just see Shanks every chapter.
That's a good point. And we're dying for Shanks news.
Please, post arc, please give me Shanks.
Hopefully, we'll find
I
out
need to see him.
because we'll.
Do you want to make predictions for next chapter? What do you think?
My predictions for next chapter, I'm going to go out on maybe a left
limb?
turn for some people. I'm going to say Germ are going to get involved.
Mm.
Because I think it's too early for Big Mom to actually eat the cake. She's noticed it. She's probably going to fuck off and Germ are going to turn up.
An interceptor.
And, like, I don't know, turn up and do something. I don't know what their deal is ananymore. They're there to help the Straw Hats, clearly.
I think we're gonna get Luffy versus Katakuri, and we're gonna get the breakthrough.
We're going to get the
observation breakthrough next chapter.
observation breakthrough. I also think people aren't hyped for this, like, power up as it were, because it's not going to be visual. It's not going to be something visual. It's just
not a mode.
It's just going to be something
Although it might be a mode.
that is said.
Might be new Gear 4 mode.
Might get some little bit of aura going on or something. I don't know.
Might get a new Gear 4 mode. You don't know.
Because Christian's theory about Haki turning up into the time skip is, since Luffy can see the Haki now, we can see it.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're looking through Luffy's
eyes.
in a way.
Yeah. So do you think if Luffy can have this ability, maybe he can, like, see auras of attacks? Or his attacks have aura now? Similar to Rayleigh having aura in the flashback a little
But
while
we
ago?
can already see that, so that... it's a weird theory. It's going to need more explaining, but...
Right.
So
Anyway.
I want to say that I think Katakuri versus Luffy and the breakthrough is going to happen when we get a chapter.
And I think this kind of confusion of what we're doing is the frustration of the community. No one really knows, because Dressrosa was clear. We knew Luffy was
We
going
knew we had to beat Mingo.
We knew Luffy was going to beat Mingo, and we understood we got a new form. What can this new form do? Luffy vs Katakuri, we understand that there's something new coming, but it's not a new form. We've kind of seen all this kind of thing before, and we don't know what's going to happen for Big Mom.
See, this is a testament of how good this arc is.
And we're
we
like...
still don't know what's happening with Big Mom.
And we're like, what's happening with the Reverie? What's happening with Wano? What's happening with all these characters?
Here's why this arc is good.
Yeah.
Alright? Big Mom just wants the cake. We still have no idea what's going to happen after that. We have some idea, but it's not set in stone like Luffy has to beat Doflamingo. And then he wins. It's not like that.
Yeah.
That's why this arc is keeping people interested.
How's Luffy going to leave the territory?
Yeah, all
That kind of questions.
All these questions are still not answered. So that's great. That's great for us speculating.
It's great, but I think people are tired
People, they want,
not
they're at this
knowing
point. I think they're at the
and
point
having
where they just want
certainty
to
where
go.
we are.
They just want this over, man. I get that. I get it. I
You
get
know,
it. But that's not how it works.
I imagine in 5 weeks when, Luffy beats Katakuri, we'll be up and about.
Those chapters are always fantastic.
Yeah.
We could talk about DC. We could talk about Luffy feats.
Talk about all that thing, but anyway, Christian, final thoughts on chapter, maybe a little bit on next.
Next chapter, Luffy vs. Katakuri.
It's after a break. Oda usually comes back strong after breaks.
That's true.
So,
Yeah. Luffy vs. Katakuri. Let's go.
alright, Christian, next topic. How strong is Shanks? What do you got for us this week? Every week you pull from the lab.
Every week, I go back and I think to myself, how strong is Shanks? And then I remember, he is the strongest and that he is the God King of the verse.
We know this.
Evidence this week. Shanks is so strong. He was the one who called down the lightning bolt in Logtown and saved Luffy.
Now, Christian.
Alright. His observation haki is so strong. He sensed Luffy's in danger.
Yeah.
His Conqueror's haki is so strong. He summoned a storm and called down a lightning bolt to save Luffy. Factual evidence. Here on the RedForce podcast.
You can't prove that it didn't happen.
That's true. Can't prove that it didn't happen.
Anything else about Shanks, Christian? I don't know.
What's there else to say? He's the God King. That's how it is. Alright, people want to say that Dragon did it. Yeah, okay. I mean, I've got a better explanation right here. Shanks did it. I just explained to you why Shanks did it.
Alright, moving on to the next topic, Christian.
I believe it is the power scale.
The power scale. Now, Christian, interesting power scale last week. We went low, we went dirty. We got into it.
We did.
What have you bought for us this week?
Another very interesting one.
Interesting.
Her name is Monet.
Monet. Interesting choice.
Very interesting.
Got photorized by Zoro.
She definitely did get photorized by Zoro.
What do you think? What do you give us a few things about Monet?
Alright, if you remember during Punk Hazard, right?
Yeah.
She had a confrontation with Luffy.
Yeah.
Alright. Her cold was enough to almost knock out Luffy.
Okay.
Luffy uses Conqueror's Haki or something to break out of it.
Yep.
Her cold's very strong. Right? She also uses a snow dome that takes Luffy using a jet Gatling to break.
Okay.
She's also a Logia Devil Fruit, the snow fruit.
Dense snow.
I mean, it's a Logia, right?
Yep.
That's a huge advantage in the One Piece world.
Okay.
She can fly.
Yep.
She's got that law
Weirdness.
augmented body.
Yep.
And she got photorized by Zoro.
Photorized.
I mean, Tashigi had real big troubles against her.
I mean, Tashigi.
What are you gonna say about Tashigi?
I mean, Tashigi's like whatever.
So where do you put her, Eric? Where do you put Monet?
I don't know. Probably around Hody.
Around Hody now.
I guess.
That's probably gonna be controversial.
Middle-ish.
Middle? Mid-tier.
Yeah.
You know what? I would agree.
I'm not really like... When
You're
I think
sure?
about Monet, I'm like, middle. I understand that Zoro is an absolute weapon.
Absolute weapon.
Do we think she's stronger than Hody? Maybe. I don't know. She's got ice
I mean,
powers.
Hody doesn't have Haki, right?
Yeah,
What's he gonna do against her? Fucking nothing.
that's it.
Unless Fishing Karate,
Against the
Snow.
ice, the snow, maybe.
maybe.
No one knows for sure.
She's a Logia, right? So that gives her a massive advantage in the world,
Yeah,
right? People that add Haki can't really hurt her.
yeah.
So, mid-tier, I think it's fair.
Mid-tier. Yeah.
I mean, her snow, it copped a jet Gatling to break it. I mean, she can summon blizzards.
Yep.
Her colds can knock people out via hypothermia. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good stall tactic. I mean, all you have to do is, like,
Dece.
make the environment super cold and you can knock people out.
Yep.
People as strong as Luffy.
Okay.
So, I think mid-tier's a fair call on your.
Mid-tier is fine. Now, Christian Monet. Is she alive?
How can she be alive? This makes no sense if she's alive.
I don't know. Secret law transition.
Caesar stabbed her heart with a piece of metal.
Now, what are your thoughts on the theory that the snow fruit's on the sunny?
I mean, it's a possibility.
Do you think Carol's gonna?
It should have already turned up by now.
Yeah.
But it's a possibility. It might be growing. Maybe the orchard's destroyed thanks to Big Mom.
No one knows how devil fruits really work.
I mean, we kind of do.
We don't know how
Thanks to
long it
Punk Hazard.
takes. What's the deal? Is it?
I mean, according to Punk Hazard, instantly.
instantly. So no one's gone to pick fruit.
No one's going to pick fruit, or Big Mom destroyed it.
All right. So Christian, I usually go hype. Last week I went, Nolan, which is like secret hype.
Nolan is secret hype.
All right. No, everyone forgets about how strong Nolan is.
Nolan is secret. We got Monet in the same tier though.
Yeah, well, Nolan's pretty.
Yeah, Nolan's pretty hype.
So you got to think about Nolan. I'd imagine Nolan would be able to beat Monet some way.
I mean, Haki's a problem.
I mean, Zora didn't need Haki to beat her.
I mean, but Zora's the hype master.
Oh, it's so good. It's such a good scene.
It's the best part of the whole fucking hazard.
It's pretty good. So who do you think I brought this week?
I think you bought something from East Blue.
East Blue. Well, you're on the right track a little bit.
Okay.
He was in East Blue.
Oh. Who?
Garp the Fist.
Garpu. Oh wow, this is hard.
Now we know he tussled with the pirate.
I don't
King.
think it's confirmed that he was from North. No.
He was in the East Blue.
He was in East Blue, but it doesn't matter where he's from.
Now we understand that he throws cannonballs. We understand that he's old, half-speed cannonballs, still strong, still so very strong.
Wow.
Now to give reference, Christian, I still don't agree with this, but he's put Silver's Rayleigh high tier with Doflamingo. Now if we're going to talk about Rayleigh, surely Garp's in the vicinity.
Garp's definitely in our vicinity. All right, definitely.
Now Christian, just talk about Garp for a little bit.
Garp the Fist, legendary hero of the Navy.
Yeah.
According to his training with Kobe, he's a master of Rikishi styles, which we have not seen.
Ooh.
And that hypes me so
Tantalizing.
much. That hypes me so much.
We understand that his fighting style is just bare bones, knuckle, fist.
But he has the Marine fighting style.
He does.
Can you imagine a Garp Raikugan with Haki?
That's crazy.
In prime.
Now, do you remember episode 0 with Shiki and him turning up and said Goku take off the jackets and they fight?
That's hard.
So good.
But he's old now.
Everyone loves Garp. Grandfather of the Monkey D. Luffy. He's old now. Gotta get that in mind. Ooh. Christian doesn't like old people in One Piece. He docks some points for being old for no reason.
Alright. So we know Garp fights Roger. So yes. Garp is the top Navy man in that era.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go ahead and put him in the high tier. Above Rayleigh.
He's put him above, ladies and gentlemen.
Rayleigh.
Do you wanna refresh?
No, I don't want to refresh Rayleigh because Rayleigh's the second-hand man.
Yeah.
He's not Gold Roger himself.
I see what you're saying here. You're saying... You
know what I mean? The matchup between Gold Roger, Garp. So it's not Garp and then Rayleigh.
Arguably, we've seen less from Garp now as with Rayleigh.
I mean, we saw him do a bit in Marineford, right?
A little bit. Is he doing much? He's kicking heads in. That's what
he kicked Marco's fucking head in.
Yeah.
And apparently, right, he should be as strong as Katakuri. And he absolutely punted him.
You're saying he's as strong as Katakuri?
I'm saying Garp.
What are you talking about?
Garp's stronger than Katakuri.
Garp, the hero of the Navy.
I'm saying Marco has to be at least as strong as Katakuri.
I'm happy and delighted that you're willing to put him in the high tier.
Because the Garp legend alone. We know so much more.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a breakthrough here with Christian in the power scaling. I think he's willing to recognize hype when he sees it.
Garp was the top Marine guy.
Literally punching skulls in.
Effectively, right?
Yeah.
In prime, he's Emperor status level strong.
Yeah.
Is Rayleigh Emperor level status strong in prime? We can't say.
He's a right-hand man.
He's a right-hand man. We have Goldie Roger, the strongest man.
Quick question, spicy question. I want you to go off the cuff. Was Roger... How much stronger was Roger than the rest of the Yonko?
I don't know, like 10%?
Give him 10%, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll give Gold D 10%.
Now, do we think just hockey stuff?
Yeah, I don't think he had a devil fruit.
We're going to say that for a different time.
We've got that for the World War theory.
We've got a theory about that. But we'll get to that in a minute.
World War theory.
So, I'm happy with High.
High tier.
I want to talk about Donjin Chow for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen.
So, the man who broke the ice continent with his head, with his arm and haki, split the ice continent.
Yeah.
Garp comes in there after training, right, against mountains.
Punching mountains.
Destroyed mountains for this training.
That's some hype shit.
Came in there, caved his head in.
Yeah.
Caved Don Chinjia's head in.
We understand
Literally.
that he's old now, so we're docking a few. That would put we're putting him Emperor tier if he was young.
If Garp Prime Emperor tier.
Yeah.
Top tier.
But now he's old.
Garp Old Man, high tier.
High tier. And
I'm putting him with the other admirals.
you know, I like the line of thinking that Rayleigh's in high tier because
He's a second-hand
he's
man.
a second-hand man, which is
See,
I guess fair, but
my power scaling is 100% correct.
I'd still like to put Rayleigh in high.
I know you would. I know you would.
I got where you're coming from, and it's fine by me. I like that we've gone for high.
Garp high.
Very nice.
Put him with, we've got Mihawk, we've got Alkainu there.
Do you think Garp would have actually fucked Alkainu in Marineford if Sengoku didn't hold him down?
The rage? The Garp rage?
Now, obviously, Sengoku wasn't holding him down. He was just like...
He kind of was.
He was, but he wasn't. He was
Kind of like snapped him back into
Garp's like,
reality.
alright, just hold me here so I don't lose it. He's not
Yeah.
like, he wasn't physically like fucking him up.
I reckon Alkainu would have won that fight, but
Damage
he
though.
would have got...
His head would
kicked
have
in.
punched in.
Yeah,
He would have had even more scars post time skip than
he would have
did.
caved his head in like he caved Don Chindia's head in.
Yeah.
Alright. Garp high tier.
Anything else on Monet or Garp, Christian? Anything you want to say? We haven't seen Garp yet, and interestingly enough, we haven't seen Garp in time skip.
Time skip. True.
Do you think we're gonna see him soon? Even
Reverie?
wider?
See him in Reverie.
Reverie.
I don't see why not. See him in
Sure.
Reverie. He's just bumming around.
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently the Reverie and Winer is going to solve all our problems. Would you say that's fair?
Yes.
All right, Christian. If that's it,
World's Worst Series?
We're gonna move on to World's Worst Series. World's Worst Series, Christian. What do we got this week?
We have Gold Roger was the previous owner of the Gum Gum fruit.
Oh dear.
Now, if you believe this theory,
You're an idiot.
am I saying you're stupid?
Yes.
Maybe I'm saying that. Am I saying that? Maybe. But yeah, I kind of am saying that.
Very
Goldie
dumb.
Roger was the previous owner of the Gum Gum fruit.
Now, why do people think this, Christian?
Because shonen trope.
Because Shonen Trump, do you think there's also a little bit of like, oh, you know, Shanks had it kind of deal going on?
Yeah, but Shanks didn't... Okay, we'll get into the evidence, alright? Surely someone would have mentioned it by now. Luffy fights Buggy in Orange Town.
Yep.
Buggy mentions nothing about...
God, Roger.
He mentions something about Gold Roger. He mentions nothing about the Gum Gum fruit.
You think people
You
would...
think people would know the Pyro King would have the Gum Gum fruit?
You think people would bring it up as like a big deal? Like,
Yeah, like, oh, you got the former power, you got the power of the former Pyro King.
that's crazy.
That's
you think,
crazy.
You think Big Mum would bring it up even?
You think someone would bring it up? We're 891 chapters deep. No one's brought it up.
You think maybe Now would have knowledge of the Gum Gum fruit if Roger had it? Maybe.
I mean, that's a whole different.
Everyone knows who the Pirate King is. Surely,
Yeah. Okay.
everyone would know that he'd have the Gum Gum fruit.
Surely someone mentioned it.
Surely,
Surely. Why didn't Roger? Why didn't Buggy mention
Anyone.
it? Why
Literally
didn't
anyone.
Shanks mention it? Why didn't Big Mom mention it?
any
Why
pirate.
didn't any Marine mention it? Any Marine would know that Gold Roger had the Gum Gum fruit.
Right, and you, Christian, you know,
Garp would have definitely would have said something if this was true.
I don't know about Garp.
Well,
Garp probably would have been like, I don't want to tell Luffy, but people would have known. People would have said you have.
someone would have.
People with that-
Rob Luch.
People without
Would have said something?
People without a connection to Luffy would have been like, why do you have the Pirate King's Devil fruit?
Yeah. All right. Why do villains always say the Gum Gum fruit
Is shit.
is a shit fruit if the Pyro King had it?
Yeah.
World's Worst Theory, people. This theory makes no logical sense.
Does it make you upset?
It does make me upset. Because people don't read the story.
I'm sure these are the same people that are complaining about whole cake. That's a hot take. It's a hot roast.
That's a hot roast.
You know,
So,
the first episode I was talking about definitive answers. I don't think there's any wiggle room in this one.
no. Not at all.
by some retarded.
How does this theory even exist?
By slim chance this is true, where we.
That's that. If if this is true, I can't defend it.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that 10 years later, 10 years' time when we talked about it.
Alright, another point. People on Goldie Roger's ship
Yeah.
are mystified about devil fruits.
They don't know anything about devil fruits.
Shanks and Buggy are like, apparently, it gives you mystical powers, but you can't swim. Now, if their captain had a devil fruit, surely they would know this information.
I feel like the Roger pirates were like kind of afraid of
Devil fruits. Clearly.
and not being able to swim. Probably because Roger's like
I know the truth of the world.
always crashing their shit. Probably making them swim.
Yeah.
He's a reckless man. We saw that when he was fighting at Shuki. Never backs down, just like Ace.
Exactly. Roger, king of all the pirates, you'd think someone would have brought it up. You would think his crewmates would know what devil fruits are.
Yep.
You would think that Shanks would be more excited that Luffy ate it.
Yep.
You would think that Shanks wouldn't just leave that lying around in a bar for no reason.
Yep.
If it was that important to him. Stupid theory. And surely, the world government finds out Luffy has the Gum fruit.
They go after him.
They go after him. Because the world government wants to erase Gold Roger's legacy off the face of the map.
He's their biggest problem, apart from like the Void Century.
He started the Great Age of Piracy.
Yeah.
The world government want to get rid of every single thing to do with Gold Roger.
Wait, the Great Age of Piracy, just like, Oro Jackson.
Yeah.
Support the official release, people. Anyway, Christian, now that you've gone on a rampage about this theory,
It's just, how does this theory exist?
do you think people are just having fun with these things? Do you think it's just like, oh, that'd be, man.
I mean, this is a fun. This is supposed to be a fun segment.
Do you think people just like make flashy YouTube titles just to get clicks?
I mean, this is a pretty old theory. This goes back a long time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense since Orange Town.
Right.
So, what was this theory? Dumb theory.
Yeah.
If you think this theory is true, am I saying you're stupid? Maybe. You probably are, though.
You just gotta take a look at yourself and understand what's going on in that head of yours.
I mean, if people really get upset about this segment, just know that it's a joke.
It's not a joke.
It's a joke segment.
It's not a joke. But ladies and gentlemen, send in your theories. We might.
I want to hear them. I want to hear how bad your theory. Body theories are especially good.
We want to hear your Bonnie theories, ladies.
Everyone's got their own Bonnie theory.
You can email us at the RedForce podcast@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter.
_Tolato.
He's found, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm found on Twitter.
You can find me at Eric Tolato on Twitter.
Just send them to us.
Just engage. We want to talk to you, the community, about One Piece, and we want to,
We do. We want to prove to you why we're right.
we want to spit hot fire.
We want to prove to you why we're right.
Yeah.
In every way. Because we are.
Shanks is the God King. There's no
Shanks
debate.
is the God King. It's true.
Anyway, Christian, what do we got? What do we got next?
Topic of the show, 2018 hopes and dreams.
2018.
Here we go. Rampant speculation.
Hopes and dreams.
Are we contributing? Are we contributing to the overhype of Wano and Reverie?
To the
Yes.
problem?
We are contributing to the problem this week, and I'm fine with it.
Christian, 2018.
Hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams. Start us off.
Whole Cake Island ending.
Yep.
What do I want to see from a Whole Cake Island ending?
Tell us what you want to see, Christian.
Now, I might be delusional.
Yep.
I still want to see a Sanji fight. Hopes and dreams, people. I'm dreaming for the Sanji fight.
What percentage would you give that actually happening right now?
10%.
I'd say about 10% as well. It's
10% chance of
slim.
this fight actually happening.
He had a chance against Arthur and didn't take it.
Please. Fight Daifuku. Fight someone.
We need to understand what Sanji's doing in the
I want a
world.
Sanji fight. Year of Sanji, Sanji's arc. Give me a Sanji fight.
mean,
I want it, hopes and dreams.
The year of Sanji was last year.
Well, whatever. The year of Sanji always continues, like the year of Luigi, right?
Yeah.
It's just... Okay.
So, we talk about Sanji in the fight. You talk about Sanji in the fight. What do you want to see from this fight, Christian?
I want to see Sanji feats. I want to see Sanji go all out. I want to know how strong he is.
I want to see something new
I want
from Sanji.
I want hard data.
Hard data is what
Hard
you're
data.
after. What are we talking? We're talking strength, everything.
Speed, strength, endurance, new moves.
Christian, this is going to require an all-out fight and effort from Sanji.
This is what I'm saying. There's a 10% chance this is actually happening.
Very low chance of it happening. His fight, as it were, is his cake.
You know what? I want information that's gonna make me say Sanji's stronger than Zoro. That's what I want. That's what kind of information I want. But it's not gonna happen.
It's like a 1% chance of that happening.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to see it too. We've said before, we love Sanji's fighting style.
I want to see it.
We love Sanji, full stop.
Yeah, fight with Sanji.
But we need something.
Alright, Whole Cake Island ending. Still going. I want Smoothie to do
Anything.
something. I
Literally.
want to see one. I want to know why she's strong.
Yeah.
That could be either one panel with one attack that does something.
We're told that she's strong.
Confirm that she has Haki. I don't care. I just want to see Smoothie do something.
Now, she has a sword. Do you think if Zoro was in this arc, maybe we'd have gotten something?
Yeah, but like Zoro's not in this arc.
What do you think we're going to see from her, Christian, if anything?
I just want to see something. I just want to see her use a big attack.
Right.
So we know that she's at least not a joke, and people are gonna stop with this. Smoothie does nothing.
Do we think Oda's serving her for next time the Big Mom Pirates turn up?
Give us a taste at least. Come on, give us a taste.
A little taste.
A little taste.
We understand that she juices people for their...
I just want to see like a physical feat, like she kicks a ship across the ocean.
What is it that she drinks, Christian?
Juices
From people.
essence.
Right.
I assume. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
She drinks Haki.
She drinks Haki. That's an interesting statement. What do you want to see out of Big Mom particularly? Huh? What do you want to see Big Mom?
I actually have no real hopes and dreams for this.
Yeah.
But I imagine the ending, right?
Yeah.
They finally resolve everything as the sun comes up, and we get the flashback panels of
Pedro.
the dawn of the new world.
Yeah.
Monkey D's legend.
Luffy standing in the sunlight.
Luffy standing in the sunlight. Fucking dawn of the new age.
Right.
That's what I want to see the ending of this arc be.
Okay.
I don't really like if Big Mom dies. I would care,
Right.
but I'm not really too locked in with any ending.
Big Mom's not gonna die. That would create too much turmoil in the seas for Luffy to do anything.
Yeah, I'm not too fussed about the ending for Big Mom.
Me, for Whole Cake, I want to see a good combination from Luffy. I want to see something good from that. Because it's a long carrot on the stick that we have. I want to see that payoff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we understand Luffy's going to unlock some kind of awakening of Haki.
Yeah.
This will increase his combat ability dramatically. We understand that this future
Do you want to
sight's
see
rare.
him finally be accepted in the high tier? I want to see.
There's no excuse after this fight saying Luffy's weak other than Yonko or like particularly matchups. Because like we understand matchups are important in this arc, in this story, Christian.
Yeah.
Now Luffy getting future sight is maybe a complication for the story. It would have to be everyone that he faces going onwards has some level.
But
of
future
this.
sight is how Haki works. It's how observation Haki works.
Yes, but if it's similar to Katakuru's, which I doubt it will be.
Yeah.
It'll be a little bit. He'll gain that over time, but it won't be like massive stints. I'd imagine. If he unlocks, see what I'm imagining in my mind is this is going to be a state in which he goes into, and
Super Saiyan.
it'd be visual, because I think Oda will not give Luffy this base ability. Because for me, it's a little bit too overpowered to be a base.
So you want it to be like some sort of Ultra Instinct Haki awakening?
Think of it like Gear 2. He goes into Gear 2, he'll go into this
So you want him to
awakened
go,
mode.
You want him to go into advanced Haki level.
Yes.
You want it to be visual.
For a short amount of time. The
what
way
does that look like? It's like black lightning?
I don't know. It's remember when Rayleigh had that aura in the flashback on his hand? A little bit of aura going on.
Like,
and Katakuri, a little bit of aura going on.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it's that kind of aura going on.
Around his whole body.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe around his hands or whatever, but sort of similar to that. Because for me, if he has this future sight ability,
You want a visual.
it either needs to be a very small gap in time, or visual and a small, I don't know, a minute, whatever, to use in combat, it can't be
All the time.
all the time Katakuri style. A, Luffy needs to train it more, and B, it kind of wrecks Luffy fights. Because
Not really. I mean, he's fighting top
it'll
tiers.
wreck Luffy fights, or it'll wreck the mystique of this ability. If you understand what I'm saying.
If he gets this ability, I think it'll just become a part of his dodging. So
Yeah.
just be like,
It won't be mentioned, but
You won't mention it every single time.
if people are able to hit him and if it's base, it kind of diminishes Katakuri's role and mystique in the story. Because if everyone has this, like if I don't know, let's say if Carter's
right hand man.
let's say if Jack has this, right? Let's just say Jack has it. Katakuri's
Diminished.
basement tier, because we understand he's basement tier in terms of top tier, because we understand that if he gets hit, it's over for him.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if he's not the most physically stout. He's not.
He is though.
The
power mochi is very impressive.
He has the power mochi, but what I'm saying is his defensive capabilities aren't that
Aren't
that
great.
impressive to tango with Jack. If Jack has this future sight ability, you know what I'm saying? Because if Jack has this future sight ability and is able to hit Katakuri is not lasting that long.
I think that's gonna happen though. I think that's just for this.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah. Do you think it's gonna be an aura? Or do you think it's gonna be a little bit of a base, or do you think it's just gonna unlock it? He's gonna have it. No one's ever gonna mention it again.
I think he's gonna unlock it. Never mention it again.
Yeah.
And he'll just dodge.
Is it visual?
No, it's not gonna
No
be
visual.
Unless it's like a Haki level 2.
What I want to see from the end of Whole Cake, I want to see everything wrapped up in regards to Big Mom.
Okay.
I want to see her. I don't know. I don't even know what. See,
Exactly. Like, what do you want to see?
This is so confusing to what's happening at the moment because we don't know. It
Yeah,
could
that's
go.
why-
It
that's why I
could
say
go.
I'm not
It could go
fast.
like 6 different ways. What I want to see is them get away, but not have them go unscathed. I want.
Well, they already lost Pedro.
Yeah, but I want to in the way that, you know, the Straw Hats aren't forgiven entirely.
Yeah, I think that's what Big News Morgans and Stussy are there for.
Yeah. Other than that, I'd like a Sanji fight. Very low chance of that happening.
Super low at this point.
I don't really care about the Germa. I'd imagine. See, we'll go into this a little bit after we get further into the year, but I think Capone and Germa are going to follow the Straw Hats for a little bit in time.
Even German?
Even Germa, because what are they going to do after this arc?
Go to Reverie.
Go to Reverie, but what is their game plan for, like, the rest of their existence? What's happening? Like, are they going to...
Go live peacefully somewhere.
Because
Who
surely
cares?
Big Mom's going to be, like, upset at Judge. And she still wants her technology. You know what I'm saying? So what's their role? If they're under the Straw Hat banner, which I've been saying for a little bit, I'd like to see it happen, ladies and gentlemen. Joining the crew. Lots of men, alright?
Join the fleet.
Germa are too cool. O's invested a lot of time into the Germa, alright? For them to be in one arc is a little bit weird. It's kind of like, you know, the Wano Kuni
But
people.
Sanji hates his father so much.
He does, but, you know, we saw Judge cry, and that's the first turning point of every character.
But Sanji has to accept his father.
Right.
I don't see that happening. Because Zeph's his father.
Anyway, sure. The problem is with Whole Cake, I'm so confused I don't have really a key idea on what's going on at the end. But I'd like to see something like that. Alright, moving on to post-arc stuff.
You see Blackbeard?
Mm.
I want to see Shanks. I always want to see Shanks.
Always, ladies and
Shanks, please.
gentlemen.
Blackbeard?
Please.
I want to see his dirty beard.
Dirty beard.
With the little tiny bows in it.
And his dirty-ass mustache. Talking what? Saying...
Just talking about, Luffy's here, Luffy's here, he's in the New World, he's fucking shit up.
I'd like to see a parallel of, like, Blackbeard and Shanks talking about Straw Hat.
Yeah.
Like, Shanks is happy and Blackbeard's upset.
I don't know why Blackbeard...
Or Blackbeard would be also happy. Like,
Yeah.
that
Oh, my
that straw
rival's
hat.
from
Here
here,
he
yeah.
is, Straw Hat. Yeah.
Just give us.
Give us some points about what do you want to see in 2018.
What do I want to see in 2018? Let's go. Reverie.
Yep.
I'm very excited for Reverie. Because I think it's finally time we get the information we need to know how the government works exactly, what their big plan is, how they interact with the world at large, what their big thing is. Alright? I want knowledge to be dropped.
He wants deep knowledge.
I want Poneglyph knowledge to be dropped. You know, Cobra's going to be there. He's going to be asking about this stuff.
Yep.
I want to see Green Ball introduced at Reverie. I want to see Garp again. What else do I want to see?
Now, Christian, you've convinced me over time that Reverie is going to be hype.
It is. It's just time.
I've never been really interested in Reverie. Everyone talks about it like it's going to be huge and whatever. I enjoyed Zoe. You know, all the stuff about Roger. My problem with Reverie is we're at this position where we're not quite at the end. And everyone wants these big revelations of how everything works.
It's time for Dragon to make a move.
It's time for Dragon to do something, but everyone thinks we're going to get knowledge to everything that we're seeking.
This is what I see happening, right?
We're going to get 10% of not much.
I see every king talking around the table.
Yeah.
Dragon appears somewhere in the room and he's like, beware of the government. They've got this big plan.
Yeah.
Be aware. And then he Batmans out there and disappears.
That's your dream scenario.
That's what I want. I want Dragon's move to finally be made.
Right.
Because what's this plot point? It's here to be used.
Now, Christian, rule of twos. The 2-arc rule. We don't know what we're doing after
After
Wano.
Wano.
We will find out what we're doing after Wano around
Maybe
these post-arcs.
Elbaf.
So, this will give us a good idea of the future. It's hard to say what's going to happen at the Reverie, and it's hard to say how long the Reverie is, and it's hard to say if it's going to be good.
It's definitely going to be good, because we're going to get to see all the admirals interact.
But you saying that we're going to see all these things, do you think people are going to be disappointed when it doesn't happen?
Yeah, I'll be disappointed when it doesn't happen.
Because I'd imagine we'll see characters that we know, Garp.
Because there has to be a point
Yeah.
to this arc, this Reverie arc.
I think the point to this Reverie arc is to tell the people what is happening after Wano.
I think it's to set up the final war.
Sure.
The government's involvement in the final war.
But this entire saga is kind of being set up for the entire war, for the new world.
Exactly. This is the opportunity to tell us what the government's going to do against Luffy, against Dragon. This is the chance to find out about Endgame.
This is the confusing part about One Piece, because we don't have 2 factions going out, we've got 3. And I don't know where the revolutionaries fit in at all.
We're going to find out.
Do they side with pirates? Do they not side with pirates?
I think we're going to find out in Reverie. We're going to get the information we need.
Because surely the government can't fight a 2-stage war.
No, two-sided war.
Two-front war.
No. I mean, the revolutionary army is not as big as the pirates.
I mean, but they have a big problem with Dragon. Dragons are, like, you saw what they had to do to take out Whitebeard. You'd imagine, sick Whitebeard, you'd imagine that'd require something similar. They can't just throw out one admiral at him.
Yeah, that's true.
And Zabo as well, and other characters. Kuma, probably going to, like, I don't know, some code is going to go off, he's going to go back, who knows. But,
yeah.
But think about, people talk about Reverie like we're going to find out the hidden knowledge. What, give me key points that you want to know that are realistic.
I want to know what Mingo was talking about with the world government secret that he knows.
Yeah.
Maybe Mingo turns up at the Reverie and tells everyone.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Tells everyone, laughs, and he flies away.
Mingo style.
Mingo style, he just comes in, laughs, tells everyone the secret.
Yeah.
Everyone is shocked. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Maybe that happens. Maybe we find out. I want to find out what Mingo's secret was.
Yeah.
I want to find out where Dragon fits in this story.
Yeah.
That's the only 2 things I really want to find out.
So you don't want to know anything about the Void. You don't want to know anything.
We're going to get that. Why would the
Ancient
Celestial
Kingdom
Dragons
answer these
Why
questions.
would the 5 Elder Stars tell them? Why would he tell... I think this is...
What about the Will of D?
I think this Reverie, something's going to happen that splits all the kingdoms off from the world government itself.
Now people are talking about Fujitora and the Shichikai.
The assassination of Cobra
Yeah.
is gonna tip people off.
Yeah.
Maybe Mingo tells them the secret.
Yeah.
That's gonna piss Kings off.
Yeah.
Maybe the realization that there's good pirates out there like Luffy, who's trying to do his own thing. He does good things for the world. Maybe that convinces a few kingdoms to leave the world government.
Right.
Maybe Dragon comes in there and tells them something. So those kingdoms leave the world government. At the end of this arc, I want to get clear lines drawn in the sands between factions.
Right.
Because it's a political arc, right?
Yep.
We're going to get all the political stuff about the government, the Revolutionary Army, and the pirates.
I want a prediction from you on how long this is going to be.
20 to 30 chapters.
20 to 30. Now,
So we're going to hit Wano end of the year.
my problem with 20 to 30 is I don't think there's enough material there to be 20 to 30.
There's a lot of material. I just mentioned so many things.
Yeah, but like, do you think... How entertaining is a political war of minds going to be in a One Piece?
It could be. It's espionage. Maybe
Yeah.
CP0 is involved.
Yeah. You see, there's a lot of... You're talking about things that are going to take too long to do. 20 to 30, you're talking about espionage, you're talking about all these
Yeah,
characters.
bang, bang, bang. Every chapter, there's something hype happening.
I don't know if that's going to happen. Because
Best case scenario.
if Oda wants this to be a real arc, we need setup, we need...
Make it a Zoro arc. Make it a cooldown.
They're still set up in Zero.
Yeah, the setup is they try to assassinate Cobra. And Pal dies this time.
Okay.
Rewriting the wrong of Alabasta.
Alright. So, we talked about the Reverie. For me, I'm a more wait and see guy on Reverie. I want to see Oda prove me wrong about the Reverie. Because right now I'm like, alright, let's see it.
Dude, this Reverie's been hinted at since Alabasta.
I'm aware of the
He's got plans for it.
magnitude of the Reverie, and we remember when we saw Oda's office, that book on Dragon. So, we might get some hype on Dragon, which is much sought after.
At the very least, we're going to find out who Green Bull is.
Right.
At the very least.
So, when do you think we're going to get to the Reverie, Christian, if you're a betting man?
About 905?
905. So you think this arc's going to be over? You think Hoga's going to be over 900?
Yeah, we get the post arc and then we're into Reverie.
Let me just ask you this question. What is the big deal 900 chapter about?
It's going to be the dawn of the world.
Right.
It's going to be that big, like, it's dawn. Pedro's Nox Pirates, the words of Pedro, the dawning of the new world is here. And it's Luffy.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine 900 is going to be.
Okay. Now, we're going to move into Wano. Now, brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm only including 2018 predictions.
Yeah.
Because we're going to enter Wano at the very end of next year. Maybe we only get, like, 15 chapters.
Me, I'm an optimistic man. I know people want to see the Reverie, but I'm going to guess 10 chapters.
For Reverie.
For Reverie.
Alright, that leaves about
So that's
25 chapters for the rest of the year.
I'm going to say 9, 10, we leave Reverie. Let's just say 9, 10, 9, 11. We're going quick here.
Okay.
Right? Let's just say we're going lightning pace to
We
get
still
to
got Reverie
Wano.
post arc, you're not including in that.
That's like 2 chapters or whatever.
Yeah, that's still 2 weeks of
Yeah,
the year.
it's still 2 weeks of the year. So, where we in now? We're almost in February. We've got, one
No
more
chapter
chapter in
next week.
January.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to maybe make it in, I don't know, September.
To Wano.
Yeah. So let's just say, I don't know if that math is right. I'm going to say September we enter Wano. We need that set up.
Yeah.
We need that set up. We need that. So much needs to be done.
Alright, I've got a few dot points. I
give
want to
us-
see this is the start of Wano.
Yeah.
Because 2018, Hopes and Dreams.
Yeah.
We get to see all 3 of Kaido's commanders. That's all I want to see. I want to see the hype. I want to know who we're fighting. I want to know all 3 Kaido's commanders.
Yeah.
The 3 calamities.
Yeah.
I want to see what's going on with Cat Viper and Marco. I want to see what that's turning out to be.
Yep.
Alright? I want to see the Zoro swords come into play. Now, I imagine this plot point is the sort of opening act of this arc.
I think Zoro's gonna go off on his own journey in Wano, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be with the crew.
Yeah. He's gonna wander around and beat all the dojos.
Maybe not. Maybe he's gonna be on his own quest, similar to like how
He's gonna prove himself so he can hold the sword.
Yeah.
Some sort of quest. I imagine that's the first part of the arc is the sword stuff. Zoro's swords and the Shogun. And why is the Shogun bad? What's his deal?
The history with Odin.
The history with Odin. All that setup stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. Now, do we get to Wano and the war's already begun? Maybe.
I mean, that'd be something new for Oda.
Because the crew is technically already a week
Into Wano.
Yeah. So we're going to get a flashback.
And they'll be even deeper into Wano after they, they'll be almost there 3 weeks by the time Luffy arrives.
Yeah, about 2 weeks they should already be there.
Yeah.
So, what happened? Frankie's new weapons. Because that's what Frankie said he was going to do.
Yeah. What's Law doing?
Yeah, what are all the characters doing? Are we going to get a flashback of like what happened when they landed?
Yeah.
Is Zoro going to be missing? Being like, we don't know where Zoro is.
He left. He went on a journey, or he just picked up and left.
Yeah.
Do you think Frankie's going to be reduced to repairing the ship the entire arc? Is Oda going to get rid of Frankie?
For this first act, yes. He'll come back in.
Right. With a hyper mega shogun at the end.
Adding all the crazy weapons to it.
Now, last week you were talking about battles. You want to see all these fights happen.
Sure, that happens in like 2020. So,
just let's get optimistic and say Sanji does something.
Sure.
In Wano. What do you want? What do you think Sanji's gonna? What's Sanji's role in Wano? Is a bigger question.
Fighting.
Fighting.
It's gonna be a massive war. He has to fight.
Yeah. Is he gonna have?
What's the point of him cooking in this arc? He's already cooked in Whole Cake Island.
He's already cooked in Whole Cake Island. Do you think the cooking's gonna come into play again with the 99 recipes, feeding the crew, buffing them up? Do you think that's gonna happen? Do you think
they'll have like a final feast before the big battle?
Right. What about the Kazuki? Talk to me about the Kazuki. Talk to me about the Mink.
Well, I imagine Nekomarushi's on his quest to get Marco, and he appears in the battle.
Yeah.
As like backup at the final moments.
Okay.
With the Whitebeard remaining of the Whitebeard pirates.
A few members remaining. What do you think about Newgate? What do you think about Whitebeard Jr.? Weevil.
I don't know where he fits. He's weird. He's a very weird character.
Yeah, he's bucking as well. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, it's a little bit weird. We understand that he's trying to find Marco.
That's
also
true.
trying to find Luffy.
Trying to find Luffy. I imagine he's there for Blackbeard. The Blackbeard arc, I imagine.
Maybe Luffy fights Weevil in between the Reverie, so Luffy doesn't have to be at the Reverie.
So we got a Luffy versus Weevil fight on the sea.
I don't know about on the sea, but like Luffy and Weevil fight. Somehow Weevil joins Luffy's
quest.
Brigade. And like it gives us a little something to cut to when Luffy's not in the story long enough. Because
people are gonna bring up Luffy in the Reverie.
The thing is with the people are saying with the Reverie is that Luffy requires to be in the story.
People will talk about it.
30 but people are saying 30 chapters for the Reverie is too long.
Yeah.
Is it enough to have flashbacks of Luffy doing stuff?
I say yes.
You think so?
They're going to talk about Luffy a lot after Dressrosa and after what he did in Whole Cake Island. Because that news is going to get out.
In Alabasta.
Luffy's going to be a massive discussion at the Reverie.
Right.
Because he challenges the balance of the world. Right?
Yeah.
He's challenging the emperors, which challenges the balance of the world.
Okay. Thoughts on 2018 hopes and dreams in regards to the crew? What do you want to see
from the crew? I just want to see him
together again.
Yeah, that's that a nice big panel of the crew back together.
Right, because it's been a while.
It's been a long time.
How many years has it been? 4 years, 5 years? Probably by the time we get there.
Probably by the time we get there, 5 years.
Yeah. And do we think Oda's going to split the crew up again?
He can't, come on.
Right.
I mean, they're all going to be doing their separate subplot.
But they're there.
Like, imagine they group up in threes and they all have their subplot.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine.
So 2018. It's how many chapters is that, Christian? How many chapters did you get?
42?
42 or so. I also want to talk about 2018 film. Do you think we're going to get a film this year? Should it have already been announced if we're going to get a film this year? Film Gold, very good.
Oh yeah, film Gold's good.
It could happen in between the space of Whole Cake and
I doubt it because the Dragon Ball Z movie's coming out
That's true.
in 2018.
There is a Dragon Ball Z movie in 2018.
So I'm guessing Toei is going to do one for One Piece in 2019.
With a Wano film.
Probably.
That'd be interesting. Japan's getting ready for Wano. I'll tell you what, all the promotion's already on Wano, and it's like we're not even there yet.
Everyone's super excited for Wano.
This is a thing about 2018 that's so hard to predict, because we don't know what the scale of the Reverie is going to be.
Surely Oda finally gets to Wano this year.
Who says Oda even does the Reverie?
He said it himself.
I mean, he said a lot of things.
He said Reverie, then Wano.
Is it going to just be cover story?
No.
For, like, the entirety of Wano?
No. Craziness. That's crazy.
Is it possible?
No, it's not possible.
I think it is possible.
It's not possible, because we've still got the Tontara cover story that's still going
that'll
on.
wrap up.
We've still got more than half the crew members left.
No one cares about the rest.
He has to finish it.
Do you think Oda's going to set up Albaf with Hydroid and cover story?
Probably.
Interesting.
Surely he's there for...
It's so fucking hard to predict because you just don't know what the Reverie's about. It's that big.
I've stated my points.
It's that big question mark that we're like, if this is true, if your theory is true, we're not getting to one in 2018.
Why not?
Why? No chance.
Why not?
Because we're going to extinguish like 10 chapters. How many chapters have been this year, officially? 3 or 2?
2.
2. So we got 40 chapters left. You'd imagine 10 chapters until we get to Reverie. And then probably another 30 if you're saying Reverie is going to happen. So, like, people...
I said 20 to 30. We might land in Wano on the last chapter of 2018.
Is that good enough for the community? Is that good enough for you?
If the Reverie's hype, I'm not going to care.
Right. Do you think if we get hype from the Reverie, the community will change? Or do you think the community is going to be...
It's going to be an information arc. It's going to be... Everyone's going to lose their mind.
Sure, but do you think that the people that say this arc is shit are going to say Reverie's shit because there's no fights?
No, come on. We're finally going to get the information we want.
Right. I feel like the Reverie's hyped for, like, world building.
Yes.
To be honest, Christian, the only information I really care about is about the crew. You know, I'd like to see information about what we're doing, what the revolutionaries are doing, and things like that. But
exactly, that's what we're gonna get.
What I want is for Oda to set up the future and get out. I don't need information dumps. I just want set up for the future.
You have to know why.
Basically, I just want to know the position of the revolutionaries moving forward. That's basically all I want from the Reverie.
I've already had my predictions about the Reverie. I imagine 20 to 30 chapters.
I think you want too much from the Reverie.
But it's time. This is Endgame.
Right.
This is Endgame One Piece, right?
Is it though?
We're in the versus 4 Emperors.
We all know there's like 10 years left.
Yeah, but a Reverie happens every 4 years.
Right. So this is the last
Reverie. So this is the last Reverie of the story.
Yeah.
Unless we get a time skip.
Right.
So this is the opportunity to talk about Dragon, to talk about world government stuff.
Now, Christian, do you remember the last Reverie, and do you want to give us some information on that if you have any?
They were talking. Well, the Reverie with Vivi's flashback.
Yeah.
Which was not the latest Reverie, but the Reverie before that.
Yeah.
Where they were talking about how Dragon was starting up. Dragon's a threat. So there's already foreshadowing the Dragon's going to appear.
Right.
They already were talking about Dragon.
Now we know that Dragon was preparing for something.
Exactly. He called all... He said it's time, and he called all his commanders.
Right.
To get to one point.
Do you want to... Any final thoughts about 2018? Are you looking forward to it?
I very much am, because we're going to get the ending of Whole Cake. It's going to be hype. And we need the Reverie. It's going to be hype.
Reverie, Whole Cake, interesting. Hype, hopefully, probably.
Wano is still a big question mark for 2018.
Yeah. I'm not worried for myself. I'm worried for the community that are already fatigued.
Dude, I'm telling you, right? Reverie starts up. We're not going to see the main crew. We're going to see all new characters we barely see.
Yeah.
We're going to get all the information we're going to need.
Right.
We're going to see Vivi again.
Vivi.
Going to see all the admirals do cool stuff, talk about cool stuff.
Yep.
It's going to be hype.
Okay. So
2018 hopes and dreams.
2018, look forward to it. We'll be here talking about it week to week.
Yep.
Every Tuesday, week to week.
Yep.
You can find us on YouTube at the RedForce Podcast.
Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff.
I just want to talk about for a little bit. People are getting ridiculous online. Just calm down a little bit.
Stop with the hyperbole.
Alright, the hyperbole is a little bit too much. People on forums and all that, we get it. Christian's on the forums, you can find him.
So take a little bit of sleuthy.
Yes, but you'll be able to find him pretty easily. Do you want to tell people where, they can find your stuff, where they can find your work?
Find my comic, Shadow Soul, at TolatoComics.com. Yes, that's how you say our last name, Tolato. Tolato.
All you Americans out there.
All the Americans can't work it out. It's pretty simple.
Right.
I don't get it.
Anyway,
find my work there. Find me on Twitter, C_Tolato.
Talk to us.
Yeah, talk to us.
I'll be around. I'm around on Twitter all the time. You can find all my stuff. I'll probably notify everyone when I'm doing stuff on Twitter. At Eric Tolato. Animator, graphic designer, Christian. He does stuff.
I'm around. I'm a mystery.
So yeah, I think that's it for this week. We talked quite a bit about the future, about the community. Christian's getting a little bit fed up with the salt going on.
It's just too much hype.
Salt after salt.
Stop with this is the worst thing ever or this is the best thing ever.
Right.
Right, both can't be true and both don't generate conversation.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, support the official release. Where can they find the official release, Christian?
At viz.com/shonenjump.
Less than $1 a month.
It's like $3 a month.
Get on
And
special at 19.
$3 Australian dollars a month. So I imagine that's like $1 US a month.
Yeah.
So
I'd imagine so. I think that's about it for the RedForce podcast this week. Interesting talk this week.
We'll be back next week.
Talk
about Shabondi.
That's right. Break next week. Look forward to the secrets we'll find from Shabondi. Both of us are going to read it.
Maybe Rayleigh will go up in the power scale.
Yeah, maybe Christian's
I don't think he will, though, but maybe he will.
Maybe Christian will change his mind about Rayleigh. I think that's about it, Christian. So, any final things you want to say? Any definitive final words?
Shanks is the God King of the verse.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time.